Hello world, and welcome back to Minecraft Memoir. So in the last video, we had a bit of an update. I updated you guys on my personal life, and I updated how the series will be run from here on out. We've been gone for about a year and a half, but we are officially back. If you haven't seen the last video, I explain everything, or mostly everything, so I'd recommend checking that out. So unfortunately, between the last video and this video, I changed some of my settings so that the video would be smooth, which it seems to be in the viewfinder here, but I ended up making a bit of an oopsie. I changed OBS's settings so that it actually recognized my mic, but I had a second audio channel that was also recording my mic, so you heard it like twice overlaid, which just destroyed the audio. So unfortunately you didn't get to see that, but it was only about 5 minutes of video anyway. Let's turn the sound in game down. It's so noisy at night with the spiders and zombies. So in the 5 minutes of video that you didn't see, though, I pretty much explained what we'd be doing in the house. Pretty much, as you can see here. Oh, okay. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna go back inside. Oh, I can see a skeleton jumping around up there. Okay. Whew. So as you can see, I decided that we're going to replace the floors with cobblestone and the walls with wood and wood planks. I think aesthetically that'll look a lot better, and it'll make a lot more sense. Initially, I was going with the idea that you know, wood floors, that makes sense, and then stone walls, which usually makes sense. However, thinking about it more logically, if we're living in a mountain, people don't usually add stone walls to a mountain. They just put wood panels over the already stone walls. So that is a thing. So I'm going to be replacing all the wood in the, or all the stone in the walls with wood, and all of the wood on the floors with stone. And that's like a general rule. I might change that up for, you know, different aesthetic reasons, but generally that's what we'll be doing. So I also said this earlier, but again, had to delete that. We have 99 updates in this game from 1.2.5 alpha that we started on to the current version, which is full release 1.17.1. So generally, again, it's just a rule of thumb, generally what we're going to do is about 25 episodes per version. Now that's every single version. That's the, you know, lame bug fixes that didn't change much, all the way to like a full big version update, like, you know, 1.16 to 1.17. So that being the case, we'll modify how many videos we put out for an update, depending on if it's important or not. You know, a small update might get 5 videos, but like a big update will get 25, 30 videos. That way it'll all balance itself out, and we'll have a good old series going. So, thinking we're gonna put, we're gonna put a wood beam here and a wood beam here. I figured if we're trying to be more realistic and actually make sense with the things that we build, it would make sense that there'd be wood beams in the walls holding up the stone from above us. So yeah, so we'll be doing videos like that. Hopefully that works out. Now, I was actually kind of worried because I had recorded a few clips, the clips I had to delete, and they were only like 5 minutes long. I think if I do I'll try to keep recordings all one shot, unless you guys find that jumping around with cuts is more interesting. I can also do that by all means. But I figure doing single recordings will allow me to keep track of time a little better. I'm shooting for around 20-minute videos, I think. That'll be kind of entertaining. So yeah, since I had to do a lot of that work off camera, technically then, I figured we would do something together, which was a little garden idea I had. I think we're gonna do that, yeah. It was a little garden idea I had come up with earlier, where it's gonna be kind of an underground garden. So we're gonna have to be a little creative. Before I explain the garden idea, we're gonna have to be a little creative when it comes to our builds here. We have pretty much like no blocks in this version of the game, which is really unfortunate. So a lot of our builds are gonna be unique in the you know, how creative we can get using our limited palette. So that being the case, we can't use upside down stairs either, which is also really unfortunate. So I'm thinking we'll do, well, I kind of want to keep it stone, huh? Okay, yeah, so I might as well explain now. The idea for this garden here is that we would do sort of like, it looks like it's a cave, but we'll put like a little cute, I guess, altar, you could call it. We'll put like some of those and like a big tree, but it's going to be completely underground. Now, if this doesn't make much sense, just kind of follow along, and hopefully you'll understand my vision. I feel like I saw something like this somewhere, so this probably isn't a unique design idea, but I think it should be kind of cool. So I think we might have to move it all over one. That'd be kind of unfortunate. How about, I'll be right back. I'm going to brainstorm what we're going to do here. And I'll get this room kind of hollowed out at the very least. So be right back. All right, and we are back. So this is the general idea I had for this underground garden. So what I want to do is get these grass blocks from right here to grow down and into this dirt here. Now, initially, I forgot that Java, or that Alpha 1.2.6 doesn't have any slabs, I don't think, other than this stone slab, which is unfortunate. So I had these ideas for little, you might call them graves, or I don't know if they're graves, but more kind of spiritual stones. But I wasn't able to do those exactly because of the difference in versions. But generally this is kind of what I was thinking. Some pillars, it kind of obscures the view as you walk by. And right here I was thinking there'd be a tree that kind of grows up and out. And also I wanted to put those guys on the top half of the block, but not yet, not yet, basically. So so we'll have to think of what to do there, because I was hoping to break off the roof and kind of have rafters leaving this exposed to the air. although that might not be a good idea regardless. So I don't know. Yeah, so we're gonna look around here, and we're not really gonna do a whole lot of building, I don't think, for this last bit. Maybe we will work on putting the wood on the walls. So actually, I guess that is building. Jeez, man. Spiders are relentless. Luckily, we've got a bit of food stocked up, so we should be okay. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really neat series going forward. I'm kind of looking at a lot of the version histories to see when we will get certain blocks, and it's going to be a while. For instance, this tree here that I want to put right here in this garden, we're going to have to hold off on until beta 1.7 when shears are added. So that's going to be a long time. You figure we have all of, you know, beta 1.0, 0.1 all the way basically till 0.7. So that's going to be a lot. We also, I checked, won't have beds until beta 1.3, I believe. So pretty much until we get beds, we're gonna jump cut at the end of most nights, unless I'm doing stuff inside, because, you know, there isn't really much reason to stay playing throughout the night, like if we're in constant danger. Although that might be entertaining to watch, so who knows. We might include, you know, playing at nighttime a few times, but surely it is a bit dangerous, so I'll do my best to just stay playing during the daytime, and then I'll take breaks at night, in game anyway, or we'll, you know, just build something inside. So get that back. Yeah, we've got a lot of like a lot of resources stocked up for the little bit that we played. However, at some point, I know that obsidian and diamonds are in the game already, so we should probably work on mining. I just don't want to spend all of Minecraft Alpha in a cave, so I figured we'd do some building, and then you know, maybe in the later episodes we'll do a little more mining. There's a lot of caves around here. But then right before we update to beta, we'll come back up here and do some above ground stuff once beta is out. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a pretty neat idea though. Probably we're gonna have the floor, or not the floor, the ceiling here taper back and just curve until you know, until it hits the ground. That'd be kind of cool. I think flat walls are very like overused, especially in Minecraft, which is a game of cubes. They're just like, you see too many of them. You don't get any like good curved walls. Although I guess logically you would want a flat wall. But I think, you know, it'll make this place kind of look a little more old, like you see in some older things. I can't honestly think of any examples now that I'm trying to think of one. So just take my word for it, I guess. You'll see a lot of like older things, or a lot of like curved walls and older buildings, and I think they're super cool. So we're gonna, yeah, just kind of generally get this going back. It's tough. I think I'm gonna put that there. We do have some extra stone, which is good. Yeah, that looks like a good idea. we want these pillars to be separate from the wall. Like, we want there to be a space, but like we want it to just generally kind of get a little smaller. So that should look good. Tough decisions here. I think that's all right. That little block there, kind of connecting it to the back, might make it look a little more like cohesive. So yeah. So let me know if you've got any ideas for things I can build. I'm kind of running around here, and I've got some good ideas for building, but I feel like I want to do like one thing every version, like a nice build every version. That'll probably be like a decimal version. So, you know, from like 1.2 to 1.3, we'll do a big, nice thing. And then maybe some small things scattered in the version of 1.2, and then some small things in 1.3 that are separate from each other. So we'll probably do something like that. And I'm thinking we'll theme each of those builds based on like what's added in that version. However, there's still a lot of room here for cool things to build. For instance, if you come out the door here, there's that like arch over there, that mountain. Let's make our way over there. There's this mountain right here, and there's like this arch with a hole through it. We gotta put something cool right there on that arch. Like right where it makes the cliff. That'd be super cool. Or right there, there's a cool cliff. And there's awesome overhang. Like right near our house. So we'll definitely have to make something better with that. We discussed that like at the beginning of the series, but I don't think we actually decided anything. And then over there, honestly, let's go take a look at that pond before we sign off for today. I've always wanted to see what it looks like. We just haven't had the chance. I'm also going to grab some flowers. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know what, like, how flowers work then with dyes. We'll have to check that out after the video's over. But, ooh, okay, don't fall in the hole. I think this is super cool. Like, this giant sandy beach, and then just tiny little puddle in the middle. But maybe we'll do something cool over here. The house is starting to look nice. Ooh, and it's starting to turn nighttime. Okay. So we'll head back. But, yeah, there's the little beach. We'll have to come up with a cool name for it. There's some nice caves. All in all, I really love this area. I was genuinely thinking about making a new world and just starting the series over from scratch. I'm still thinking about it, but I really like this world that we've got. And a lot of the issues that we're encountering right now will still encounter if I make a new world, just I'm sure later on. That's disappointing. Like, for instance, you know, a smaller block palette that's really restrictive. We'll still have to deal with that. So we might as well just make the best of it while we play. Also, leaf decay itself, we can't pick up the leaves, but the leaves won't go away, but they will next version. So I mentioned, I believe in the last video, that right outside the window here, yeah, this is gonna look great. I'm gonna put some torches down so things don't spawn, but I'll probably start working on this in between episodes. I don't know if grass can spread if there's a torch on it, so that should be good. Yeah, okay. so we can't pick up, or the leaves won't decay, excuse me. So this area here, I said it looked kind of like where a play would be held, you know, like a Greek style. So we're gonna do that at some point, but first we need these leaves to decay because they take a really long time to punch out. So yeah, next update, beta 1.0 is when that'll happen. So look forward to it. So I think that's the end of the video for today. Again, leave a comment if you think of anything that'd be cool to build that I don't already have kind of lined up. It'd be super cool to see your suggestions. I think I'm gonna put in the wood walls in between this and the next video, just so you don't have to see me break all of the walls and just replace them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you next time.